Well, friends, the time has officially arrived. Spooky season is upon us. It is one of my favorite times of year. It is just so fun to decorate, to feel like a kid again, to get your fun, playful side out. And this year I'm going to be decorating a little bit different. If you've been with me for the 2 years that I've decorated for Halloween on my channel, this year is going to be different. I am feeling very nostalgic and I am yearning for the time that I was a child, the simpler times, the happier times. And I thought I would bring that happiness and simple nostalgia time back into my house. I am going for 80s and 90s Halloween. I feel like maybe that's what everybody might be trying to do this year. It is definitely a theme, and in my opinion, it's a great theme. I used to decorate like this way a long time ago, probably 15 years ago. I decorated like this and I'm bringing it back. It's so fun and it just warms my heart. Everything that I have, everything that I found I purchased takes me back to when I was a child, and all of the fun, warm feeling of Halloween. I am going to be decorating, of course. I'm also going to make some fun pizza as well as a fun dessert that, in my opinion, reminds me of when I was young. And we're gonna carve a pumpkin, my first pumpkin of the season, and watch a scary movie. So without further ado, let's get decorating.
Okay, friends, so the first thing I want to do is get my prints wrapped. Now, I looked online for some Halloween prints. I didn't see very many that I liked, and the ones that I did were just way too expensive for me to want to spend that amount of money on for 1 month. So I had this idea: if I bought some black wrapping paper and some little retro figures off of Amazon, I could just repurpose the prints I already have and turn them into Halloween. I think this came out so cute. I just basically wrapped the pictures like a present. I just used some tape. I taped it all on the back, as you can see. These prints are not the most expensive, so hopefully it doesn't rip the wood grain off of them, but if it does, it's okay because it's on the back of the print, so nobody will see them. But I think that this little project of mine turned out real cute. You will see ones that I made that I put some of my niece's artwork on there for Halloween. I didn't want to buy anymore, and I asked her to make me some Halloween figurines, and she delivered, and it's so cute. And no 90s house, or any house for that matter, for me, in my opinion, is complete without some children artwork. Moving on to the coffee table, I wanted to make this a mixture of a little spooky and a little sweet. If you watched my adding antique video to my house, you will see that I got this beautiful candlestick holder, candelabra, I think is what you call it. I don't even know. It is absolutely beautiful and super heavy. And I knew I wanted to use this for Halloween. And I think I'm going to use it for Christmas time. I'm not sure. But I wanted to definitely bring this one out and give it a little spooky factor and add my books that I got as well, my faux books. They have a little spooky factor to them. And of course, a non-spooky pumpkin. This one looked a little retro to me, so I brought this one out and I felt like it needed some foliage. So I just moved my foliage around. I put what was on the coffee table in this little corner here and switched them. I just turned this little guy around. He is a candle holder, but I use him as a vase every single year. And this little corner and the coffee table is complete. In addition to the cutouts that I hung up around my couch, I bought these cute little skeletons. All of these cutouts remind me of when I was a kid. It's so fun to be decorating my house like this. I was just having such a good time. I had on some Halloween music, jamming to all of that, and reminiscing about when I was a kid. It was funny because the day before I was talking to my sister about Halloween when we were a kid and all the memories. I remember one year I wanted to dress up like a witch. I think um I wanted to dress up kind of like the Wizard of Oz witch. So my mom had bought this fake nose and glued it on my face and then used some green makeup. And I don't know if the makeup's improved since the 80s, but by the end of the night, my face was so dry and cracked. It was so uncomfortable, but it's just so funny to reminisce about those times. If you have any funny Halloween stories of when you were a kid, put them in the comment section. I would love to read them. But just remembering when you're a kid and, having your pillowcase or your candy bucket, whatever you used. And I remember my dad would always go through the candy when I was a kid, even then, to make sure that none of it was open, to make sure it was safe. So anyway, just some fun, great memories. My first year dressing up, well, one of my first years anyway, I think I was maybe 3. I dressed up as Madonna because, fun fact about me, I absolutely loved Madonna. Oh my gosh. I had all of her tapes as a child. Yes, I did. Probably inappropriate, but still, I didn't even know what the heck she was singing about. I just loved her. I loved her style, everything about her. So, anyway, that's some fun stories about me and Halloween. But I wanted to add some fun little things around my stove area. I've been doing some research about 90s kitchens, and everybody hangs these little figures on their cabinets. Of course, I don't have any, so I just took down all of my pots and pans, hung them up, and of course, you have to have the lights. I'm not a big fan of the purple for Halloween, especially in my house. I would never go. So I got some candy corn lights and just strung them around. I got them at Walmart for fairly inexpensive. I think they were like $3 or $4. I'll link everything down in the description box below that I can, so that way you can see what I bought if you want to join me and decorate your house for a retro Halloween. Another really great inexpensive tip to decorate with, if you don't have a lot of extra spending cash, but you want to make your house pop of Halloween, buy the little Halloween buckets, these little buckets that have the jack-o'-lanterns on them. I got them at Walmart for under $2. And you can do so many things. People are being so creative with them. For me, what I did for 2 of them is I just cut a hole in the bottom of them, placed them on some candlestick holders, like they're going to be mocking a lamp for me, and then I put some twinkle lights inside of them. And they add a very cute retro look to my side tables. I love this idea. This kind of stuff has been popping up on my Instagram, so it's really fun to see all of the things that people are doing with these inexpensive buckets. I know we're all trying to save money these days because everything is so expensive. So this is a great thing to have to add to your collection. I also saw a lot of people hanging these buckets around their trees on the outside of their home or even on the inside of their home. I wanted to hang them elsewhere, but my ceilings are so tall. I didn't feel like getting a long ladder and trying to tackle that. I thought about putting it in my archway as well, going into my kitchen. But at the end, I settled on above my couch. I did see somebody do this as well. I can't remember who it was or if it was on Instagram. I don't know. I've been seeing so many things around. But I thought, okay, I'll hang these in the back of my couch. I'll put some twinkle lights in them as well. And voila, it's done. And then I had another set of string lights that I put in my kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and put those around the window as well. And I think that this turned out super, super cute. I thought I had some fishing line to make it look like they're just floating. I didn't. I just used my kitchen twine. It's just me and you guys. So I figured you guys wouldn't mind. You'd get the picture. You can't really see the kitchen twine anyway on camera, but also you can't really see it while I'm sitting here looking at it. So it's a win-win. I'm super happy with the way this turned out. I forgot to say I got the pillows from Costco this year. They don't have any more. I think they now have their Christmas pillows in, which is such a bummer. But at any rate, stay tuned to the end of the video and you'll get a nice nighttime tour of how everything turned out.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I think the house looks so great. I am so happy with the way it turned out. It was how I envisioned it. It's giving me the 90s retro vibe that I was looking for, like when I was growing up. So now that that's done, I want to make my Halloween dessert and get that in the refrigerator to cool down, and then make my dinner. And when all of that is done, I can turn on a movie and sit down and carve my first official pumpkin of the season. I am so excited. I cannot wait. So I'm going to be making what I think is a classic. It is going to be worms and dirt with Jello mix. So I'm just taking this Jello mix. You just mix 2 cups of milk and refrigerate it for 5 minutes. And that's basically it. So we're going to do that, mix it in here, put it in the fridge, and then after we're going to crush some Oreos and then make my little cup of worms and dirt. dirt is all ready. We are just waiting for that to set up, and I want to make my pizza in the meantime.
I wanted to make very simple recipes to give you guys some ideas if you have any kids or if you are a kid at heart like me. I think that worms and dirt is such a great idea. It's super simple, especially if you need to whip something up real quick, if you have people over last minute, and you need to have a quick dessert and dinner idea. This is great. So basically with this, I just took a frozen pizza I got from Trader Joe's. It's their cauliflower pizza. It is so delicious. If you have a Trader Joe's around you and you haven't tried it, definitely do. And I just took some sliced cheese and some Halloween cookie cutters to get the shape of the spooky figurines that you want. Now, I did place these on the pizza while they're frozen. If I were to do this again, I would probably put the cheese on the pizza the last couple of minutes because mine just melted into, you couldn't even see the shapes any longer. So that would be my tip to you.
Want some cheese? Cheese? Come on, get some cheese. Parker, cheese. Get some cheese. Okay, here's how it turned out. They kind of went all over the place, but you get the gist. I know this pizza is really good, so I am going to cut me up a slice and eat it. So good. I'm one happy girl. All right, it is nice and set up, so it is time to make our worms and dirt. And I have just the right cup for me.
Let me take you through the very difficult process of making these worms and dirt. So basically, you're going to place your pudding at the bottom, halfway through, put the dirt. Then you're going to put another layer of your chocolate pudding. You're going to top it with dirt and you're going to add the worms. I know it's super difficult, but I know you all can do it. I have faith in you. But joking aside, this was really good. I haven't had this in so long. I try to stay away from things like this. Obviously, as you get older, you don't have as many sweets and all that stuff. But this was so fun to make and super fun to eat. It made me just feel like a kid again, which is really what this Halloween season is about. It's just have fun. Just have fun. We all need some fun in our lives, especially this year. And so, just have fun with Halloween. Carve the pumpkins. Even if you're by yourself, you'll see towards the end of this video, I'll be carving a pumpkin by myself. Well, I have my dog, so I'm never by myself, but you know what I mean. And just celebrate Halloween to its fullest and do the same thing for Christmas. Make those Christmas cookies, even if it's for yourself or for somebody else, and blast that music and just have so much fun, you guys. It's a great time to be alive.
All right, here is my worms in dirt. It looks so yummy. Let's taste the worms. The worms are mighty tasty. So let's go ahead and dig into the dirt and mud. So good. Such a classic. I'm gonna go take this and sit down in the living room and relax. And once it gets a little darker, it's carving time.
I fully enjoyed eating my dessert. It was It was so funny just sitting here. My boys were trying to eat it as well, but I had to remind them they cannot have any chocolate. It is poisonous to them. But they are such sweet, sweet babies. And they are loving the Halloween decorations too. They were all hot to trot at one point while I was decorating. And it's funny, they were looking up at the pumpkins at one point, like, what are those? What are you doing, Mom? They're always so interested when I change things up and make things different. But here is how it looks in the evening time. It is so fun. I love it so much. And after your tour, let's carve a pumpkin to get that checked off my October bucket list. As you saw, I turned on what to me is a classic Halloween movie, Halloween Town. And of course, I had to change into my Halloween Town sweatshirt because I have to wear it every single time I watch Halloween Town. I also think Hocus Pocus is a great classic. My all-time favorite Halloween movie is Halloween with Michael Myers. So, with that being said, my favorite way to carve a pumpkin is your traditional jack-o'-lantern face, the one that is on the movie Halloween. The faces that I have all around me hanging up, the traditional jack-o'-lantern face. Let me know in the comments down below, do you have a favorite way to carve a pumpkin? Do you like to use the stencils or do you like to just do freehand like me? Oh, and side note, when I was giving you guys a tour, I had this candelabra lit and it was so much. It freaked me out. I had to blow those out right away. So, lesson learned. I'm not used to it. I was afraid I was going to blow my house up. So, I want to get some battery operated candles for there. I do have 3 of them already. I just need to get a few more. But whoa, having real candles on that is no joke. And I have my door open and it blows a little breeze in there and I could just see it all going wrong. So I blew out all of my candles because I was just a little too paranoid. But other than that, I had so much fun carving this pumpkin and I am going to be carving many more pumpkins this season. It was super easy. I did buy the carving set from World Market. It was rather expensive, $14.99, but this set was so sturdy. I highly recommend it. And now it's time for me to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of Halloween Town as well as my pumpkin. I hope you all enjoyed decorating with me and spending the evening cooking and celebrating this fantastic, fun holiday. Don't forget to leave what your favorite costumes were in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, leave me a pumpkin emoji so I know who the real ones are. And I will see you all in the next video real soon. Happy Halloween!